From WWL TV, the spirit of Louisiana, this is Louisiana's news leader, Channel 4's Eyewitness Morning News.
LEAP test scores are in, and for the second year in a row, state education officials are seeing a modest growth in the percentage of students scoring basic and above for all grades.
Leslie Jacobs with the nonprofit organization Educate Now and the architect of the state's accountability system that's now 10+ years old. She joins us now to talk more about these scores, and the data you've collected shows some very impressive gains in Orleans Parish.
It's very exciting. In New Orleans, we've had 3 years of growth. And so if you look at the percentage of kids passing the high-stakes testing, in 4th grade we've gone, in 2007 only 49% passed. This year 65% passed. That's a gain of 16 points.
Let me ask you this. Do you think a lot of this reflects the state takeover of a lot of schools and a lot of changes since Katrina?
What I think is we have transformational change going on in New Orleans. You've brought in between the state takeover, the emergence of charter schools, an influx of returning teachers as well as new teachers and school leaders that really share a belief that students can learn and high expectations. We call it co-opetition. So while schools are competing for students and bragging rights, they're very much cooperating with each other to say what reforms are working. This is working in my school. You want to come see it. The gains are truly amazing and astounding. I mean, you've had 3 years of compounded growth. And if you look at how the state judges the increase in the students who are scoring basic or above, in the 3-year period, they take all students, all tests from grades 3 through 11, all 4 subjects, and say, what's the increase in the percentage points of kids making basic? The state in this 3-year period grew 5 points. The Recovery School District grew 20 points.
How unusual or huge is that?
It is groundbreaking. Usually we refer to growth, and I did for years in reporting, as stair-stepping, and this is what you saw at the state level. You had a good year of growth last year, then you plateau for a year or two. Then you have a good year of growth, and then you plateau. In New Orleans, we've just been going up, up, up. In the last 3 years, the Recovery School District is #1 in the state in growth, and Orleans Parish School Board is tied at #3. I mean, they too have grown. And so you just have, and I think part of that is charters and competition and fewer schools to manage. But the bottom line is good news for parents and students and the community at large, because our schools are really improving.
And the fascinating part of all this, too, is that we have the highest percentage of kids in charter schools in the entire country, overwhelmingly so, as we talked about, 70%.
We will have 70% next year, close to it.
And you think that essentially this is the mass decentralization of a school system. It seems to be working if you base it solely on the numbers.
Are there problems we have to solve as we evolve into a whole new way of governing schools? Absolutely. I mean, this system's not perfect, but compared to the centralized approach, absolutely. You know, what people don't realize about charter boards, I was very nervous because schools got the scores first, that we were going to have terrible results, because I started calling school leaders and say, how did you do? Oh, we're so disappointed. That's really relative to expectations.
Yeah.
All right, so they wanted to grow even more. I mean, they have the fire in the belly. They want to get this done. You have charter boards. I mean, each school has a board of volunteers from, you know, community members in New Orleans who wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night and say, how's my school doing?
But the bottom line is we are light years from where we were pre-Katrina.
Light years. I want to just give you the eighth grade stats. I mean, we went from 44% of 8th graders passing the test to 58%, a 14% gain. I mean, these type of gains you just don't see. You know, this is a compounded gains over 3 years.
And all these positive scores are just speak very well of the system, not just here but statewide.
And this is the momentum we waited for years to see. So it's here.
All right, Leslie, thanks for coming in.
Great news.
We appreciate
and just
that.
very quickly, good luck in the Big Apple.
Thank you, Leslie. We go back years. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate it.